Hello and welcome to Racers Now for the Thursday night show with the main man SD. And in a week where Maureen and William Haggis have made a play to be the most opinionated people in racing, they are still not. SD is still that man, and he's a fantastic tipster as well. This is the first weekend of our new jump season here on Racers Now, so it's the first YouTube week. And there's plenty to look forward to. There's a crossover between Group 1 action at Doncaster, some wet, flat action at Newbury, and Cheltenham returns. SD will have plenty of opinions. How are you, young man?
Oh, we're good. We're good. Wasn't it good to see Maureen? You know, the best dressed woman in racing, dresses frequently as a teapot. Call somebody about as useless as a teapot. Thought that was fantastic, and I thought Willie Haggis's comments on Mr. Murphy were absolutely bang on as well, didn't you? Sorry, one of these bulbs has gone, so it. Can you see? It's like a shadow was cast over me.
Well, there's no shadow over your tipping, SD, after last year where your daily tips were plus last season, flat season, daily tips plus no comment, daily tips plus 80 something. Yes. YouTube tips plus 90 odd points. We had the Catterick Dash last week on the Haggis family. Yes, Mr. Haggis was very scathing and forthright on Luck on Sunday. No problem with that. The Maureen stuff, right? People are getting a bit carried away. Oh, yeah, we love a bit of this in racing. Well, it's all a bit of a storm in the teacup, and it just shows that there aren't many opinions in racing. And when we do get one, everyone latches onto it, and it's a Twitter storm. And also, it's very easy to criticise Oisin Murphy when he only has had one ride for you in the last X amount of years, and it's very.
Oh, come on! Did you see that? Did you see that Sandown ride?
1 minute, yes. And it's very easy to criticise Zach Purton, who will probably never ride for you ever again. You might not even ever set eyes on him ever again, because when the Haggis has, particularly William has runners down there, he doesn't go down there.
Steak in the freezer.
So it's all pretty pointless for me, and people are getting overexcited because we've got a rare forthright opinion. Anyway, SD, there's all sorts on. We've got.
No, but did you see that ride?
Yeah, it was awful.
Haggis was referring.
It was awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, it was awful. And Haggis was, to my eye, as a person that's not a jockey or a trainer, was 100% right in what William Haggis says, and I agree, 100%. Yes. Whether Oisin gets special treatment to get away with murder on a weekly basis, maybe not, but on that incident, it was bad.
Anyway. Well, we could go on about his penalty, but we'll not, because obviously, you know, there's various people absolutely suck his cock. Yeah, and then speaking of sucking cock, have you seen the races thing where they're all there with their Beaujolais and they're having a meal with Nicky Henderson?
I have seen that. I've seen that.
It's revolting, isn't it?
Yeah, it was pretty boring, you know. I had it on in the car.
I didn't watch it. I just saw a 10-second preview and thought, oh my God, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it was a bit uneventful.
Staged, I think, is the word.
Yeah, uneventful. Right, SD, we've been going close to 40 minutes the last couple of weeks. We're not going to do that today. Cheltenham Friday, I believe you have a selection. Do you want to tell me about it? I know you're going to have a comment on the meeting generally.
Well, I just don't like it. Never liked it.
Why?
Because they're not. Because people rev it up for something it's not. These are not amazing horses running by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
The way people go on, honestly, you think it was Christmas. Oh, good God.
I think it just signals.
I should be at the best meeting on Saturday. What a card that is at Kelso. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it does look decent. I think Kelso have been unfairly had problems with small fields for quite a while. That is not the case this weekend. Anyway, are you tipping in this 3:35 handicap chase on Friday?
Yeah, I think Jasko de Dame is. I mean, the price has gone a bit. I have to confess, I backed him at 4-1 last night. I think anything above 9-4 is perfectly okay. Race Fit won at Killarney last time, was fifth here in the Grand Annual, where probably would have finished closer, but for clattering through 2 out. I think this is his race. He's got to, you know, he's 10-4 on his back. He's a 6-year-old. He's progressive. He has absolutely everything going for him, and I think he'll win.
Well, that's a nice straightforward start for SD there. On to Saturday then at Cheltenham SD. Anything stand out there? Have we got?
Well, I'll stick with the stablemate, should I? Because look, these are. I'll stick with his stablemates. That's okay.
Plenty of runners on Saturday. There was all sorts of rain. The weather's been horrible down here today. Ludlow partially abandoned, or whatever happened there.
Partially abandoned. The poor amateur jockey's chase, where we had the certainty, I'm afraid, well, bit the dust. Happy to report friend of the channel was at Ludlow today, and he won quite a bit. He's had a jolly good time.
Right then, there's a 110 on Saturday. Is the Novices Limited Handicap Chase. I think you've got one for us in there, SD.
Yeah, again, he's a bit similar to the original selection. I thought Zurich again won at Killarney last time. Doesn't look badly treated here off a £7 higher mark. Very unexposed type. Only had 8 runs under rules, of which only 5 have been for the Bromhead. But last time was an awful lot better. He could have won a lot easier. He absolutely bundled the last. It was terrible. The error at the last. Palpably had failed to stay prior to that over 3 miles. They're at 2.5 today. I think that should be okay. And I thought 11. I thought anything in double figures was fair, to be quite honest. Again, these aren't necessarily, showcase horses, if you like.
No, that's fair enough. Still get a reasonable sprinkling of Irish runners. The Bromhead, obviously, Cromwell targets the earlier meetings at Cheltenham as well.
So John McConnell. John McConnell has a very good meeting at this one and the next one. Very good record at this and the next one.
Yep, fair play. On to Doncaster then on Saturday.
Right, let's go to the main meeting, because I have to say, let's be fair, it is the main meeting of the day,
Yeah, I would say
quality-wise.
Group 1 action, heavy ground for the flat. Starts with a 5 furlong handicap at 130.
Well, judging by the state of it, Nottingham isn't that far away from Doncaster. The way they were finishing at Nottingham today, honestly, they were strung out by 3-mile chasers. So the ground is probably the thing that overrides much of everything else. I thought the bet of the weekend was in this race. I do like Francisco's piece. Now, the obvious argument with this horse is he's not trained on. I'm not necessarily sure I agree with that. There have just been green shoots, to use a George Osborne or David Cameron phrase, I forget who it was, this year. He's 5th in that desperately awful thing, the Shergar Cup. And then ran mid-div in a couple of handicaps, one of which was the Air Silver Cup on soft ground. Was by no means disgrace, was beaten 6 lengths. The handicap mark is in free fall. He started off 97 the start of the year, now dropped £10. Look, he won a French listed race where they all sort of call for Noah. It's that pissing down wet. He was second, of course, in the Red Car 2-year-old trophy. And on figures, his best runs have been on soft or heavy ground, and he's only had it once this year. I can give him a chance here. He's comparatively fresh, for a sprint handicapper. He's only had 7 runs this year. I did like him at the prices. I was surprised he was so big.
Yeah, that was the first horse that SD signalled this weekend to me when the prices came out earlier, 33 to 1. Are you double dipping, SD?
Well, we do love a double dip, don't we? And
yes,
I think it's interesting. Sophia's Starlight's in here now. Might not run. I tipped her at the start of the week. She won.
Yep, she did.
And she's very, very good in these conditions. Now, you could say, well, SD, 5 furlongs is a bit of a question mark. But I would argue on what is going to be absolutely attritional ground the ability to stay further is going to stand her in good stead. Now, she might. Why am I saying she might not run? She's declared tomorrow.
Okay. And she ran on Monday.
I would just imagine with this bet, if she, and I don't think she will be, by the way, if she's, tailed off 10th or 11th tomorrow, well, they ain't going to bloody run her. There's a bit of upside to this. I wouldn't actually mind if she was turned out again. She's a pretty doughty little filly, and I think these conditions really do bring the best out in her.
Okay, fair enough. I'm tipping one up in this one, SD. Trilby for me. I had a higher handicap mark in his time, and he's just he has dropped down the down earlier in the year when he was running 13th and 8th. But there has definitely been some what do you call them, SD? Some green shoots of positivity.
Oh, no, this isn't necessarily green shoots. I mean, the horse has come third, and second. The only thing I will say against Trilby slightly is, he was winning last year with some regularity. He won 4 times, which is. Did he win 4 times, or am I talking out my arse? 1, 2, 3, 4. He did win 4 times, which is obviously a bit of a good thing for a sprint handicapper. He's only won once this year. He's had his win done. I just wonder if he's completely in love with the game. But the Englands are in very good form. Very shrewd yard, the Englands. Very shrewd.
Yeah. 3 out of the last 10 for that yard. So, yeah, Trilby will do for me. The 205 on Saturday at Doncaster is the final Group 1 of the flat season, the Racing Post Trophy, as SD and I call it, but officially known as the Futurity Trophy. Straight 1 mile. There's 6 in there. This has been a mess all week, SD. I don't know what you make of it. We reported on Monday that I think there was 13 left in, 9 of them trained by O'Brien. There's 3 of the 4 non-O'Brien horses have stood their ground, if you like. Item, unbeaten in 2 for Andrew Balding. Oxagon ran at Newmarket in the Dewhurst. Soft ground, I mean, that surely is at risk of being a non-runner. And Rochforthbridge, who won at Ponty last weekend, I think.
Ran at Ponty on Monday.
Yeah, SD tipped that one up. Yeah, it ran at Ponty on Monday. SD tipped that one up at God knows what price, 66. It's a similar price now. The talk all week's been about the O'Brien horses, SD. This favourite that is still favourite, but Christophe Soumillon's riding this Benvenuto Cellini, who was bang impressive on Irish Champions Weekend, 5-4, was odds on when we spoke Monday. On Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, he was odds against because they thought he wasn't going to run. All the money came for Hawk Mountain, who was favourite at one point. He's 9-4. He won the Beresford only a couple of 3 weeks ago. It's a mess. Action's in there as well. So Hawk Mountain's going to.
Can I just call what I think is going to happen, because I did call this earlier in the year?
Yes,
I would be well. Yes, the exchanges basically. I could just sort of picture the scene of Doncaster either tomorrow or Saturday. And Aidan says, I'm afraid I can't do an Irish accent, so I'll do it in English. The lads have said that it's too testing. So I'm afraid we'll wait again for another day, or words similar to that. So I think there might be a Rule 4 play in this. I'm quite happy with where I am on Rochforthbridge with 3 places. I think one will come out. It's interesting. Oxagon, I'm not as sure as you are that it'll be a non-runner.
Okay.
I'm not. It may just be it wasn't the ground. He ran in a quick ground Dewhurst. Maybe they're just trying something different. Item, well, he's won 2 races, but he's going to have to step up a hell of a lot. I mean, the outcome of the race rests on who acts best in the conditions, and that is a no.
Yeah, I'm backing money near SD. I like Action at the prices. Wayne Lorden's due to ride that one. This is the 3rd choice O'Brien horse, available at 7-1. Yeah, I mean, purely on ratings. Yes.
Oh, I thought you were backing Item.
No, Action.
Wait there. Just a second, sir.
Where's he gone? Purely on ratings.
Yes.
And they are a guide at this time of year with the 2-year-olds. We've got Benevuto is, however you say the bloody name, is rated 110. Hawk Mountain's 111. So they're 5-4 and 9-4 respectively. Action's 110 also, and is available at 7-1. I've already put on record that I think Bo Echo's the best 2-year-old we've seen, UK trained 2-year-old we've seen this year. And this Action, despite being slowly into stride at Newmarket in the Royal Lodge, was only a length and a half behind him. He's not missed, and his Action raced prominently on his other 2 starts before that over in Ireland. He was actually a little bit short of room at the business end as well, about 2 furlongs out there at Newmarket. So yeah, I think Action's the one. I don't mind. Obviously, the ground's an unknown, but it's an unknown for all of them. There could be a Rule 4 play. So, yeah, Action for me.
We all love a bit of foreplay, don't we? Just let me send this text message. Just a second.
What are you doing?
Just a minute.
You're up to something. It'll probably involve friend of the channel, but it makes
it
good
is
viewing.
Actually. I am just texting.
Right, so I'm on Action
on an unrelated matter about Ludlow today.
Okay, that's really important. Okay, are we moving on, SD, to the 240? You've got a bet there at Doncaster in the 240. Yeah, this is a 6 furlong listed race, 7 declared.
Yeah, you might have recalled about a month ago. I was incredibly keen on Arduis Invicta in the 2-year-old trophy. Well, what transpired that day, I'm afraid, was an unfathomable cacophony of unexpected draw bias, which was most unfortunate for poor Arduis Invicta. And I spoke to the owner. The owners are lovely people, by the way. So's Craig Lidster. They seem to think they put her away, but I said, why don't you just try and win a listed race with her? Because I'm sure she's got it in there. And I just left it at that. They haven't contacted me or anything since, but thank God somebody listens to me.
It's all down to SD.
Yes. It is worth just pointing out that in that red car 2-year-old trophy, 15 beat 13, beat 12. She did very, very well as it happened out of 2. I think she'll go in this slop. They put Mr. Murphy on. It all points to a pretty good run. I think she's better than her official rated of 86 and quite a bit more than that. And the yards ticking along nicely. And the winner of that Red Car 2-year-old trophy didn't do the form much harm last week in that awful race at Ascot.
Yes, because it finished second and you tipped it, I believe. But
I didn't tip in that race.
I didn't. Sorry. Sorry. You was claiming victory because the 2-year-old trophy form was backed up at Ascot, but only beat by yours truly. Right, off to Newbury we go then, SD. We've got a couple of nice anti-post positions in this over at Newbury, which I think that's where we're gonna start.
Yes, not from your good self though. I mean, yes, I think Trader of the Channel put you onto it independently. You didn't exactly get the form booker out and start smiling with joy, did you?
SD, as was communicated live on air on Monday. Yes, Trader of the Channel consulted with me quite close to the recording time on Monday night. We teamed together to get a couple of bets on. The price shortened, and lo and behold, independently, SD also fancied Pandemonium as well. Anyway, there was 2 stars next to it. We tipped it up, the pair of us, 1 point win at 6-1, and it's now 3-1. Time to Turn is in there as your favourite. 7 declared. I made a bit of a punchy statement earlier in the week, not on here, that I think Newbury would have been banging trouble, but actually they seem to have. There was a bad forecast at one stage, but they seem to have dodged it. And I think
Tony Calvin, by the way, is the absolute king. I think we should petition for Tony Calvin to do a weather forecast on the BBC. I mean, how great would that be? I mean, it would be the fact. I mean, nobody watches Thomas Schaffernacker anymore. Get Tony Calvin in. You could just imagine it, couldn't you?
Right, so we don't really need to say anything else, do we? About
I'm happy where we look. I'm happy where we are on Pandemonium. Put it like that.
Yeah, I'm happy that they've dodged what looks like they've dodged the worst of the forecast. We also, I did tipped anti-post in the 345, the Saint Simon. I'll get the name right this evening, SD. All of those that we expected to be in there are in there. Ancient Wisdom, Hamish, Alaze, who likes Newbury, and one of SD's old friends, Alaze. But yeah, I tipped up this this Ancient Wisdom because I think he wants the soft ground. I think this is.
Was it you or Trader of the Channel? This one, I just get terribly confused. Oh, well done.
This was me. Yeah, I tipped him at 4-1. He's now 9-4, so I'll take that as a moral victory. Hopefully, he can do the business. Are you tipping in this race, Esty?
Yeah. I want to. I might be completely and utterly mad, but you can get results. Well, I think you're probably going to tell me I am. I just wonder why the Gosdens clearly think that military academy is A, pretty good. The market told you that probably the last twice, actually. And B, can win one of these. If you go, the blinkers go on. He was lethargic last time at Ascot.
But he just went off 17-2 for the Goodwood Cup, for God's sake.
Well, exactly. And we're playing at 16s in a Newbury Lake, aren't we? I mean, I think if you go back, dare I say it, to the Winter Derby, that's pretty good form. You know, he was second to Royal Champion. Nothing wrong with that at all. Royal Champion, you know, has since been third in the Irish Champion Stakes, and of course won the York Stakes. And he licked Persica by 4 lengths. Now on that, he's a massive player here. And clearly, I just don't think. I think an outfit like Johnny G wouldn't just keep going to the well if he thought there was something wrong. I think he thinks the horse needs waking up. And at 16s, I'll play him because I think he's got a class edge.
Yeah,
I might be completely wrong, and he might finish tailed off, but he isn't a 16-1 shot.
Well, a nice variety of prices tipped in there, a variety of race types, a variety of tracks. Anything from 11-4 to 33-1, 66-1 anti-post. Plenty covered there, SD. This is your opportunity to do your usual roundup of bingo. Friend of the channel's already had a mention. Where are you going this weekend? So you're at Cheltenham Saturday?
I'll be at Cheltenham Saturday. I understand friend of the channel is at Doncaster, and tomorrow go and see him. And I'll be at Aintree on Sunday, and I'm hoping for cloud cover. Are you at Aintree on Sunday for Halloween?
That's a good question, Esty. You
want me to do my Halloween impression?
Yeah, go on then.
There you go.
You highlighted to me the entertainment for young people available at Aintree on Sunday, and I am tempted. So I may be there. I may be at Aintree on Sunday.
That is great news, sir.
Imagine me, SD. I'm going to do in 9 days: Ascot, Newmarket, Cheltenham, and possibly Aintree. What a man!
What am I going to do? Oh, Jesus, I'm going to do Ascot, Kempton, Kelso, Aintree.
For a bit, have you?
And I'm at Wolverhampton breaking on Monday.
Oh, well, there you go. Breaking SD at Wolverhampton. No doubt we'll get a video. Right, we'll wrap it up there then, SD.
Yes, we will. We will wrap it up there.
Hall next week. We'll be back Monday, Charlie Hall. Bit of Breeders' Cup as well. SD really likes the Breeders' Cup.
We won't be. I will not be. I just cannot stand the thing. I think it's awful.
Do you want to put a nod towards SD's lunchtime tips, which is Monday to Friday, around 12:30?
Well, they've done them very well this week, but yes, they are available as a click through on the website. We've had some fun uploading them. I've been recording a video every day, but we can't upload it. So what Pieman does, and Pieman's the clever man behind the scenes, is Pieman.
Yes.
I'll let you work out why he's called Pieman. Is he types what I say up like a shorthand typist. It really is the most wonderful thing he does, very, very quickly. So that's great. And do come and say hello at Kelso. I know Joe O'Donnell's there, Scottish flag bearer of the channel with Sammy.
Yes.
Deputy Scottish flag bearer of the channel.
Okay, right. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, goodbye.